What is going on, all you lovely people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Hora, and this is a lovely penguin. Welcome back, guys. Today, we're doing the set breakdown of the BTS song, music video, War of Hormone. This is a really cool video. I said in the last one, I think this is actually my favorite music video in terms of production and set dressing and all that kind of stuff. I think this is one of the cooler videos they've done so far. So I'm really looking forward to talking about it. But before we get into it, please, if you guys would be ever so kind, go ahead and sub to the channel because we want to keep growing. We want to keep making dope videos, and that way is a free and simple way that you can support me. So please go ahead and do that because we want to keep growing. Also, check out all the other links down below. We got a bunch of social medias and all that kind of good stuff. Don't miss out on it. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's hit it. Okay. So they are on location for this really big... actually, for the whole video, they're on location. Excuse me. But they're on location at... I think it was called like Itanwan or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I believe it's a studio. But they have the access to this whole entire city area that they film, and they do this really long one-take shot in it, which is really sick. And a lot of moving parts going into it as well. But it's cool. A lot of different studios on their big lots, they'll have different outdoor sets like this set up. So like Paramount or Universal or any places like that, they'll usually have these sort of like city layouts and stuff where it's just a bunch of abandoned buildings. There's nothing actually going on. A lot of the times they're just the front face of a building. There's actually nothing behind it. You can't even go inside of them or anything. And yeah, they just have these different areas on the lots where people can shoot and do these outdoor videos without having to actually have to rebuild or like rent out a whole city or like whatever in order to film their television shows, their movies and whatnot. So I believe that's the same case with what the guys are using here. It's a studio where they have access and they can film without worry of having people in the background. So first off, we got RM here. He's chilling. They got this really cool basketball hoop. Again, it's one of those things you can kind of rent. It looks like they got one that is very beat up and kind of painted or something is put onto it. Maybe it's just some dust or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. It's hard to tell with it all being black and white here. But yeah, it's just supposed to look like an old ratty basketball hoop. You know, they took a shot on it to start the video and whatever. They even put some different stickers and posters up on there as well. You also notice behind RM here, there is a bunch of stickers as well placed on there. War of Hormones, and it says BTS. There's also flyers and little bulletins posted up on this town center piece thing here as well. You know, for the most part, I will say a lot of the stuff like this, we use a substance called butyl that we will stick that kind of stuff onto things. So like if it was a regular sticker and you stuck it on there, a lot of the times if it's left on for too long, it's really hard to get up, or it leaves residue on it and then it kind of destroys whatever you put it on. So I actually have a roll of butyl here just to kind of show you guys what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see because it's so white and like clear. There you go. You can kind of see that little strip here, and it just is on this paper and stuff. You know, it's really great. You got this like little pretty elastic sticky substance here. I'll rip a piece off so we can kind of play with it a little bit here. But essentially you just stick it onto something and then you'd stick the poster onto the wall or whatever. It's very sticky. However, it doesn't leave residue, but it'll really stick and hold things pretty well for the most part, especially like flyers and bulletins and stuff like that. It holds it really well, and it's not very noticeable. Now you're probably wondering, like, why doesn't more people have stuff like this? It's expensive. So like this roll itself, which I haven't really used much of it yet, it's like $25 for one roll of it. So most people aren't going to go out to the store and get stuff like this. Plus, it's not really sold at most stores. Like I had to go to a movies. What's it called? It's like a film production like store in order to get this stuff, you know, because it's pretty special and like it's not really commonly used all that well, although it's incredibly good. So as the boys, they're walking and they're going through this town or whatever, you're gonna see a lot of different like banners and stuff posted. There's a lot of these posters posted as well, all over the place that they're walking by. That's all stuff that the art team put up. It's really a simple thing to do, but it adds to like the kind of like hard, gritty feel of the video. Especially like you see they even add in a bunch of these different little fence pieces here, where it's literally just two pieces of fence. That's it. You know, they literally are just standing up on their own because they are made into a angle here. And yeah, they got little signs and stuff, like it says BTS Avenue on it, no parking sign and whatever. But you're gonna see a lot of this throughout the music video. This whole building front is another really cool one, because you'll notice they have a bunch of bikes around, which add to the kind of like, I don't know, it gives that little bit of like a gang feel thing that's going on here. A little like tough guyness. And then also up here at the very top by the doors, you got a bunch of chairs and such that are kind of flipped upside down and kind of looks like they're making a barrier to the doors so people can't get in and out. But there's also like posters with BTS. There's things labeled BTS on it as well. It even says on the stairs like War of Hormone and all that kind of stuff, that they've had a bunch of different stickers placed around. I'm just calling them stickers for lack of a better word, by the way. Little signage is what we would call it, I guess. But yeah, even more fencing too, and like bigger signs and stuff. It's all stuff that's relatively simple. All the signs, you just go to like, there's actually sign places where you just give them a graphic and then they will print it out to whatever size that you need. So you just go and get them to print out a whole bunch of different types of signs, and then you just put them up places. But yeah, you can kind of see here too, like I said, they just posted a whole bunch of things. That one says Jungkook and Suga. That's funny. Sorry, just noticing that. But it's like, you know, it's got all the different signage and all that kind of stuff. It's also cool too. They put a couple of speakers or monitors or whatever over here as well, just adding into the music vibe of it. But actually, if you kind of look closely at the inside of this building, there's really nothing going on because it's just a set piece. But you can also tell the art team was very specific with where they put a lot of this stuff. Like you got these big signs here. You also got speakers and stuff. They're all strategically placed so that as the camera kind of pans and comes around, there's constantly going to be some sort of sign or something in the background that is related to the music video. Plus, they also rented out these older cars. It looks like this car is probably from like the 50s or something. Again, it's another thing you rent, but cool little touch. But yeah, like I said, you can kind of see like there's literally, it's just stuff is just littered around here. And the cool part about working on a location like this, if this is a studio, like I think, a lot of the stuff they kind of just have around, and then I'm sure they just kind of ran around and grabbed some random stuff and just put it out onto the sidewalks here or the roads, so that it would just kind of add to that little bit of chaotic feel that's going on in the video. So here it's another different shot here, but you can actually see they pulled a bunch of the different signs, a bunch of different fence pieces, the car, the bikes and stuff. It's just a different location on the same lot. It's just a different angle, but you know, they just pulled a lot of the signage and stuff just to have it in the background there as well. But yeah, it adds that kind of a chaotic, almost apocalyptic feel to the video that they have going on, which is, it makes it just feel harder, you know what I mean? Grungier. And then you'll kind of notice as the boys, they come walking into this gymnasium, again, there's the fences, they're over here, the signage, there's a bunch of the same posters and stuff. They actually have a different thing here for the streamer bit that's going across here that they walk under, but it's also attached to different fence pieces and stuff. All things that were rented and whatever, but it adds to that grungier feel. And then on top of that, inside this gym, they pump out smoke, so it gives it that grittier, darker feel as well. But an interesting thing that you'll notice too is there's no logos on the floor of the video. So I believe this would also be at the same location, perhaps just an indoor location where they have a gymnasium for different movies or television shows that are filming gym scenes, like they're shooting a basketball thing or volleyball or whatever sport show or clip or whatever they're doing. And yeah, they just use the space wisely, and it's nice because it's big, it's open, and the camera is panning around them, and it shows that everything's kind of open and there's nothing really going on in there, and you really get to focus on the guys and what they're doing through the shots. But yeah, like I said, you can't really see any logos or anything, but yeah, it's just kind of smoked out, so you kind of get the silhouette feel too, which is cool. So yeah, guys, that will about do it for this video. It's not that difficult of a build in terms of art stuff. However, it's just really incredibly well executed, and it makes for a really awesome video, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's a really cool one. So if you guys learned anything, if you found anything new, please go ahead and give me a sub as a little thank you, because we want to keep growing. We want to keep making awesome videos, and the only way I'll do that is if you guys keep on coming. So yeah, guys, I love you. Stay aggressively positive. Have a wonderful week. Check out the links down below, and we will catch you on the next one. Goodbye.